Hello and welcome back to Clickfunnels 101, Introduction to Clickfunnels. This is the introduction to section 3, and basically what we're going to do in this section is we are going to build a sales funnel. Now, as I defined a sales funnel, so there are two definitions of a sales funnel that we can kind of use interchangeably. The first definition is a person that might be interested in a product or service, and we convert them into a lead or potential customer by getting them into our autoresponder. So that's one definition. The second definition is a person that is already in our autoresponder, and maybe they've purchased a product, but we want to move them down our sales funnel to get them to invest in more and more products. So an example of that is, let's say, a dentist. A dentist is a pretty good example. We have them come in for a free teeth cleaning service, and then while we're cleaning their teeth, we notice that they have cavities or they need dentures or braces or whatever that may be, and we're moving them down the sales funnel. And as we move them down the funnel, it costs more and more. We get them to invest more and more on their health and on their teeth. So that's the second example. The first example is, let's say you've created a YouTube video, or maybe you've done a paid ad and you know that they're interested in a free teeth cleaning. You get them to click on your ad that you placed, and then they enter in their information, and then that's how they enter in the sales funnel. So when you think about it, it's all basically the same, but there's two components of a sales funnel that makes up the sales funnel. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to build out this funnel, and I'm going to make a shareable link so that you can download it and have it. Again, you will need Clickfunnels. You should have set it up in the last section. If you haven't already done so, go back and click the link. There's a link to a 2-week free trial that you can take advantage of. Click that link and get started with and setting up some of that foundational stuff, because we're going to apply it in this section. So I can't wait to get started. This is actually the fun part when it comes to ClickFunnels, is actually building out the website. So I'll actually see you in the next video where we build out our first website. Hello and welcome back to ClickFunnels 101, Introduction to ClickFunnels. I am Alston Godbolt, and today we are going to build an actual landing page and thank you page. So the goal of this is to get someone from either a free or paid traffic source, get them to enter in their email address and join our autoresponder. And autoresponder is basically something we would set up on the back end where we send them automated emails, either to generate interest, to get them to buy a product, or maybe just brand awareness. And so basically what we're going to do is we are going to, in this video or in this section, we are going to create a thank you page, a landing page, and add a lead magnet. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and break this up into about 10-minute segments. I could spend all day and all night talking about sales funnels, but what I want to do is make sure that I stay till about 10 minutes each, because it is very easy to get bogged down and get bored. So one other note is that this may look a little different depending on when you join ClickFunnels, but for the most part it is going to be all the same. So what we're going to do to create a sales funnel to get people to opt in is we're going to go up to the top and hover over ClickFunnels and ClickFunnels. It should be that first one. Again, this may look a little different depending on when you get started. And now that we're here, all right, so now that we're at the funnels, I'm going to click Add New. Then I'm going to select the Classic Funnel Builder. Then I'm going to select Collect Emails. Then we're going to give it a name. Let's call this Udemy 1, and we're going to call it UD1 for the group, and I'm going to click Build Funnel. And then now, while that's working in the background, it's going to take us to this page where we build a funnel. It includes an opt-in page and a thank you page. And so basically what I like to do is I like to just grab one of these templates and delete everything so that we can get up and running and create it exactly how we want it. So now that we have downloaded a template, we're just going to click Edit. All right, so now that we have the template, the quickest way to go up and delete things is to go up to Sections, Manage, press the trash can, and click OK. So now that we've done that, we have a completely blank slate, which is exactly what we want. When it comes to a landing page, in my experience, the shorter the landing page, the better. The more information that is on the landing page lends to a customer to click off, to get frustrated, to lose interest. We've got a lot of things going on in the world. Their phone could ring. They could have a kid screaming in the background. We want to make this landing page pretty basic, short, and concise, because we want them to opt in to our email list and get on our autoresponder. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on add new section. Then I'm going to select wide. You can select any of the four, but my personal preference is wide. I'm going to click add new row, and this is where we can start having a little fun. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to select one column, and this is where my heading is going to be. So I'm going to click add new element, and I'm going to click heading. And so basically you want this heading to be attention grabbing. Because this is going to be the first thing that they see, you want them to get excited, get interested. It should be congruent with the product or service that you're offering. Let's say you're a plumber and you're offering a free in-home estimate for plumbing services, whether it's to fix a leaky faucet or whatever. You want to make sure that's congruent. So what we're going to do, and again, this can be configured any way that you want it. Feel free to change the call to action, but this is what I would do. Again, we want to make this as succinct as possible. I'm going to say, are you tired of the leaky? All right, so are you tired of a leaky faucet? Or we could do something that's a little bit more headline grabbing. One thing that I like to do, and a good example, is to look at other calls to actions in around your niche. So what we could do is we could go to Google, and I'm going to type in plumber near me. And the reason why I want to do that is usually there will be ads that pop up at the top. And let's see, professional plumbing services, not necessarily a good one. Kenosha plumber. So that's not a good option. So are you tired of a leaky faucet? We could use that. We may want to spend a little bit more time thinking of something that may be a little bit better, a little bit more eye-catching. So we'll say, for now, we'll leave it at, are you tired of a leaky faucet? And we'll say end the frustration. So what would be a pain point of having a leaky faucet? Maybe it's costing you more money. Maybe you hear that drip when you're trying to get some sleep. So we'll say in the sleepless nights. Sleepless nights and expensive water bill, and get that faucet fixed. And I actually like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So what I want to do is I want to maybe add a little space here. I'm actually going to increase the size of this headline just a little bit. Are you tired of a leaky faucet? All right, and then it says, in the sleepless nights, an expensive water bill, and get that faucet fixed. Maybe we'll add fast or today. So now that we have that, the next thing that we can do, and this is kind of like a dealer's choice. You could either go with a 2-column, where on one side we have a picture or an image of a leaky faucet, and on the other side we could say enter your email address or enter in your contact information, and we'll follow up with you in 3 hours to schedule an appointment to get your leaky faucet fixed. So if I'm going to change that, I'm going to add a new element, and here I'm going to add a subheading, and we're going to say enter your email to have your faucet fixed today. So now that we have done that, I'm going to make that like this, and then I'm going to maybe add a little bit of a space here. One thing that you'll notice with Clickfunnels is it can be a little bit touchy. And one thing that I'm going to do is I want to grab a faucet. Leaky. All right, so I'm going to grab one of these. So we'll go to images. And as you can see, this is actually pretty easy to do. I like this one. So I'm just going to save image as. You want to make sure that if you're going to grab an image off the internet, that you have the rights to do so. Some of these do not allow you to do that. You have to maybe attribute, or you might have to pay for them. But for the purpose of this template, I just want to show you how easy this is. So I'm going to give it a title of faucet, and I'm going to save it to my desktop just so that it's easy to find. Now that I've done that, I'm going to jump back over to ClickFunnels, and I'm going to add a new element. I'm going to add that image in, and I have to grab it from my desktop. As you can see, I have a number of images already uploaded here. What I want to do is I want to click upload, and I'm going to grab it from the folder that I've stored it in. You could also drag and drop. That's another option that you have. And I'm just going to click add the image. Now what we should do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the background image to white so that it blends right in. And then if we want to make the faucet a little bit bigger, we're going to change the height. So maybe 300, maybe 500. If we did that, now that we have basically a pretty good framework, we can let's add a button. Let's add a button in an input. So you do input, then we're going to add a button. And so let's do this. We want to make sure that we set to email address, make sure that it's required, and then we can click out of it. And then for the sign up, what you can do is a good color to use is a green, because a green is like an indicator of a buying decision. It's a subtle thing, but it's a very good selling tactic. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the widget. And all of this can be completely up to you with some of this as far as the text goes. I'm going to change this to fix my faucet. I'll just change it to fix it now. Fix it now. I'm going to make this full width. And let us adjust the height here. So we can adjust this height so that it's a little centered. Or we could actually make this a little bit smaller as well. Right now it's at 500. Let's change this to 450. And that does not look too bad. And so again, when it comes to a landing page, simple is better. We have a pain point. Are you tired of the leaky faucet and the sleepless nights and expensive water bill, and get that faucet fixed fast? So basically we're telling the customer what we can do, how we can do it, and we're going to do it quickly. We're giving that call to action into your email to have your faucet fixed today. What we could do here, if we wanted to, and again, this is 100% up to you, we could slide this down. We can get as cute or generic as we want. In most cases, when people will have a problem like a leaky faucet, they just want it fixed. They don't care about all of the bells and whistles. Another thing that we could do to entice them to enter their email address is with a free gift. That free gift is called a lead magnet. In most cases, you're probably not going to need a lead magnet for a plumber. If you're an affiliate marketer, if you have, let's say you own a barbershop, a nail salon, something along those lines, maybe you want to entice them with a coupon. You want to entice them with it's called PLR or a PDF, enticing them. Let's say you are promoting or selling, a stand mixer. And in order for them to leave their email address, you might have to give them 10 cooking recipes that are no bake. So what we could do is we could add in, we could say, enter your email address to get 10% off. To receive a 10% off coupon. Enter your email address to get a 10% off coupon mailed to you. So, and this actually turned out to be not a bad lead magnet. because we'll email it to them. It'll be something that we could create on the back end. But this is pretty good, pretty basic. We could add in a disclaimer down here if we want to. Let's say we'll do that real quick. So we'll just do wide. We'll do this, one column. We will add an element, and then we can just do a paragraph. We'll say, we will not fix anything. Obviously, if you're using this, you want to change that. But this is basically a nice example of a landing page. People are going to come to it. Maybe you're advertising on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever. People come to this and they see right away, are you tired of the leaky faucet? Well, yeah, I am. Do you want to end the sleepless nights of expensive water bill? Well, of course I do. I'll definitely enter in my email address if I can get 10% off. So they enter in their email address. And before I go, one very important thing, make sure you configure the button. Right now, the action for the button is not set. We need to go click the button, go to set action, and we need to submit order. Submitting the order will send the customer's email address to your landing page / autoresponder. So it's very important that you do that. The next step is to click save. After that, we want to go to SEO metadata, as I mentioned in the last video. When you change the title, we could call this Ted's Plumbing Service. I spelled plumbing wrong. There we go. And Ted's Plumbing Service will show up here. If we change the image URL, we can change it to that faucet. Click Add Image. And let's see, let us change to, we'll call this Alston Godbolt. And then obviously we could change the keywords. So if we click save again, and then we click preview, this does not look bad for something that we've created in a couple minutes. Or excuse me, that is it for this video. In the next video, we're going to configure a thank you page, and then we're going to add in a lead magnet. Now that lead magnet could be anything. It could be that 10% free coupon. And we also need to do the step of, we also need to add the step of configuring our autoresponder. And so we still have a lot of work to do, but we are on the right track. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back to Clickfunnels 101, Introduction to Clickfunnels. I am Alston Godbolt. Today we are going to quickly finishing up the foundation of our first funnel. So what we need to do is we need to integrate it with our autoresponder. In the last section, we actually used get response, so we can do that. And we also need to make sure that we configure our domain. And so let's go ahead and do those things real quick. So I'm going to click edit page, and I'm on the opt-in page. So I'm just going to click edit. Once I'm here, I'm going to go over to settings, integrations, and then I'm going to find my get response autoresponder and then add to campaign. So what's going to happen is when someone comes here from either a free or paid method, they're going to enter in their email address, and that email address is going to go to the autoresponder on get response. Get response is going to save or build an email list, and it's going to automatically send out the emails that we set up and configure. Setting up that portion on get response is outside the scope of this course, but I want you to get an understanding and comfort level with setting up and integrating third-party applications. So now that we have done that, we are all connected because it says connected here. We are going to save it again. And what we could do if we wanted to is we could create a pop-up where we say, hey, before you go, you didn't enter in your email address, but we don't need to do that at this point. So we're just going to exit out. Let's save this one more time. We are going to exit out, and we need to go over to settings. And then once we're in settings, we need to connect our domain. You're going to use the domain that you set up in the last section. If you have not done that, I definitely urge you to go back to that other section and set all of that up, because this won't make any sense, or you'll get confused and frustrated, maybe even a little bit lost if you don't set that up. So we are going to connect a domain. We are going to scroll all the way down, and we're going to click save and update. So once we do that, we've done everything that we've needed to do to connect our landing page to the outside world. The next video, I am going to show you how to quickly set up a thank you page. In general, a thank you page is a one-time offer where you try and get them to buy. You're going to say, hey, thanks for entering your email address. Oh, by the way, I have this offer for you if you want to take advantage of it. In our case, what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to have them either call us. We'll leave our contact information for them to call us right away, or maybe we'll have them schedule an appointment, something along those lines. But stay tuned, because in the next video, we'll go ahead and take care of the thank you page. Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are going to quickly manipulate our thank you page, and we're going to add a lead magnet. Now, again, the lead magnet basically is that free thing that we are going to use to entice them to enter in their email address on the front end. In this example, as a plumbing company or plumbing service, we are going to email them a 10% off just by entering their email. So what we would need to do if you were using Clickfunnels for both your landing pages and your autoresponder, we would actually go up to account settings. Then we would go down to digital assets, and then we would create a new asset. So I'm just going to quickly grab an asset. So we're going to use that faucet JPG, and we're just going to give it a name. We'll call it a coupon, and we'll click add. Now, the reason why I want to show you this is in the event you decide to use Clickfunnels for both your front end and back end, it's really easy to get this going. What you would need to do next is go over to the three dots that are on the far right hand side, and then you would need to get the asset path. Now, basically what the asset path is, it's a URL that points to the lead magnet that we'd be giving away. Again, if you're using an autoresponder like GetResponse or another third-party application, this doesn't apply to you. So let's go back to our landing page here. So we go back to hover over funnels, go down to funnels, and we're just going to click on our Udemy one. And what we're going to do next is we're going to clone this funnel step. Now, in reality, it's not that big of a deal because we don't have a lot of content on our landing page. But if we had a ton of information and let's say we had different colors for the background, or maybe we had a video or something, cloning or duplicating that funnel step will make your life a lot easier when it comes to congruency. You want everything to look and flow the same. You want to have the same colors, and just duplicating that funnel step makes your life a little bit easier instead of having to reconfigure everything exactly the same. So what we're going to do next is we are going to select opt-in, and we are going to add to the funnel. And when we add that to the funnel, as you can see that shows up here, we are going to click X and delete that thank you page. To make sure there isn't any confusion or frustration, click on that opt-in page that duplicated one we just created, click on publishing, and then we can change the funnel step name to thank you or thank you page. And I'm just going to click update. And so now this should change to thank you page over here, and life is all good. So we're going to click edit page. And what we are going to do is we are going to say thank you. And what we could have here is we could have a video. Maybe the video is me showing you step by step how to do something basic, like how to check where the leak is if they wanted to fix it themselves. Maybe a video could be just introducing who you are. Let's say I'm a plumber. I could say, hey, thank you for opting in, or thank you for joining my mailing list. Someone will be with you shortly. In the meantime, my name is Alston. I've been in the plumbing business for 30 years. I've fixed plumbing issues large and small. It's a good way to connect and build rapport with someone that has actually never met you. So we'll say thank you here, and we'll say our team will contact you in 30 minutes. And then maybe we could say can't wait. Say can't wait 30 minutes. Let's say you could, why can't I spell wait? Can't wait 30 minutes. We'll say call us now. And we can just add in our contact information. So we'll say, I think we called it Ted's Plumbing. Ted's Plumbing. We'll give our phone number 262-111-1234. And then we can give our address. We'll say city. Another thing that you could do is you could actually put your license number. Let's say you're bonded, you're insured. and you want to show that you have those qualifications, you could put your license number here and any other pertinent information. So as you can see, because we have duplicated the funnel before, it actually makes our setup time pretty easy. What you could do is you could actually split this to 50-50 here and have a video here, again, talking a little bit about yourself, a little bit about the team, if that's something that you want to do. Or you could leave it here, a logo of your business. And what you could do is, let's say we'll do, let's see, we'll say click here, click here to download your coupon. And what we're going to do is we are going to increase the font size. And then let's save this real quick. And we're going to go back and grab our digital asset that we just created. So to do that, where you exited out of that page, we are going to go to account setup. We're going to go down to digital assets, as I showed you before. And we are going to copy digital asset. Now that we've done that, we're going to go back over to our funnel and click on our funnel name. Go back to our thank you page, click edit. And then what we can do is we can make this a URL or even a button. And we've got that. Let's also make it a button, just so that there aren't any excuses. We'll say button, get my coupon. Then we're going to set the action, set that to the digital asset. We're going to open it in a new window. And we are going to make this the full width. Because if you don't make it the full width, what will happen is people are going to call you and email you and say, I never got my coupon, what's the deal? And so you're going to say, hey, it was sent to you in huge bold letters, there's no excuse. So we're going to click save. And then if we click preview, this is exactly what we get. And if I click here to download your coupon, this normally would be our coupon, but it's the image that we used before. And the same with the button. Whoops. I'll click back here. And it should be the same with the button. So this actually worked out pretty well. And I think that we've done really everything that we need to do for this section. Let's make sure that we save that. And again, this is going to be a shareable link. The only thing that you'll need to do is basically configure it to your product or service that you're selling. If you're selling coaching services, you can do the same thing. If you're selling, I keep using the salon or barbershop, nail salon, restaurant, anything and everything, this could be applied. You would just need to change the images and change the text a little bit. Let's see, we'll exit out. And the process, just to reiterate, is someone will come to our opt-in page, whether it's free or it's a paid method. They'll read the call to action, they'll enter in their email address, it'll take them to a thank you page, and then they'll also get added to our email list. And then also our autoresponder. All right, so believe it or not, I believe that is it for this section. The next video will be a wrap-up of what we've done in this previous section and what's going to happen in the next. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, and welcome back to section 2. In this video, we are going to wrap up everything that we've done in this section and take a look at what's coming up in the next section. So in this section, section 2, we built a basic sales funnel. It included a landing page, a thank you page, setting up and integrating our autoresponder, adding a lead magnet, and I will provide a link below to the shareable link to the page that we built. I showed you how to upload and integrate an image to change the size of the image. Basically, we did a lot of work. Again, this can be used for the front end of a sales funnel for both free and paid methods. We built it up with regard or with respect to a plumbing service, but what we built can be applied to any product or service that you're recommending or selling. In the next section, we are actually going to build out a full website. One of the great things with ClickFunnels is it allows you the ability to build out a complete website with basically the same amount of work. We're probably going to split this up into 5 videos. We are going to have a video for the homepage, about us, product, blog, and contact us page. If you do it this way, it allows you the ability to not have multiple websites that are all doing this basically the same thing. So if you decide to build a website with ClickFunnels, you don't need to have a WordPress site, or you don't need to worry about you don't need to worry about paying someone to make sure your WordPress site is up to date. All of the themes and plugins and some of that stuff, you don't have to worry about buying a self-hosted blogging package. This kind of cuts out the middleman, and it doesn't take too much more work to get set up. So in the next section, that is what we're going to do. We're going to build a simple 5-page website for your business.